I was just throwing some game up on Twitter the other night, and I was I basically just wondered to myself if maybe Hidetsugu Consumes All is actually kind of good right now because of all the stuff it lines up against kind of well. And that post actually ended up getting a ton of engagement, like way more than I imagined it would get. And I think it's because a lot of people were like, "Huh, we'll try it." And then a couple people actually said that I think it was Max Damage, former fellow content creator Max Damage. Shout out to them. They said that they were doing a state of the meta video the other day, and this card popped up in a sideboard that they thought against Boros Convoke, and that is probably the deck that it's best against because this first mode destroys all the non-land permanents, mana value 1 or less. So that takes out Voldaren Epicures, Novice Inspectors, as well as Clue tokens, Blood tokens, Treasure tokens. I guess they can pop them, but it forces them to do so. Food tokens, right? Against Toxic, it's going to take out their Skrelves, their Venerable Rot Priests, Venerated Rot Priests, yeah, without actually targeting them, which is kind of important. And it takes out a bunch of other stuff, Crawling Chorus as well. There's a ton of 1-drops in Standard right now that this can just body, and there's a ton of tokens in Standard that this can take out too, from everything from clues to creature tokens as well. So, I think Hidetsugu is kind of well positioned just for that reason, but Exile all graveyards is kind of nice too against a number of, Reanimator style piles. Insidious Roots, kind of. It does give them 1 proc off of Roots, but then they don't get any more, so that's kind of nice. And a lot of decks are just doing different, various things out of their yards. The problem is, the one way this deck doesn't line up, there's a couple of sloppy ways, actually. I don't like the way this particular build lines up, but I've been playing it a couple of days now. And I have been liking it, so I wanted to bring it on stream. But I'm a little concerned because we are playing Virtue of Persistence in this deck. So we're exiling our own graveyard, but also playing Virtue, which is a little ugly. It lines up ugly, but in my experience so far, it's not as ugly as you think, right? Because usually it's gonna, you're gonna exile graveyards way earlier in the game than you actually cast your Virtue. There will be stuff for you to reanimate in graveyards by the time you get Virtue down. We're also playing Burn Down the House, which isn't super synergistic with the fact that we get a 3/3 the exact same turn that we can play Burn Down the House on curve, right? So I'm a little nervous about that, but that too hasn't come up. And if I have had to Burn Down the House with the Hidetsugu 3/3 on the play, I usually got other, value out of it, and I don't really mind having to kill it so long as I don't die the next turn to my opponent's creatures. So I wanted to play some sweeper in this deck, and I like Burn Down the House more than Deadly Cover-Up at the moment because there's a lot of blue-white control and other control decks in the format, and I don't want to just have a dead card in the form of Deadly Cover-Up. I think Burn Down the House is a little bit better against those decks, so I'm playing it. Gix's Command is a 2-of in this deck. This card is just really, really good against mostly Boros Convoke and other aggro decks in the format right now. Plus we have creatures to put the counters on. We have creatures to get back from our graveyard, so we can really use every dimension of this card. Aside from that, big score to help us ramp into, as well as Celestus and Ironcrag and Greedy Freebooter. All these cards in the deck to help us ramp into stuff like Virtue and a Tally and the 2 copies of Breach the Multiverse. So what we kind of are is a Rakdos ramp deck, which has existed in Standard for a while now, that kind of slots in Hidetsugu to see if it's any good against the decks that Rakdos ramp is typically bad against. But we could be playing a card like Brotherhood's End in this slot, which is also very good against Boros Convoke and other aggro decks. So we will wait and see how this performs tonight, but it's been doing reasonably well for me. All right, my head is officially off the stack for this one. Oof. Bunch of tapped lands. Bunch of tapped lands. I think we throw that back. I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think we throw it back. It's a little better. 3 lands, Sheldred's Edict, Virtue, and 2 Burn Down the House. We can get rid of one of those. It's probably fine. Opponent's choosing whether to mulligan. We don't know. Let's return Burn Down the House to the bottom. They did mulligan. Turn 1 50. Let's get down a swamp. See how much damage we can take in a couple of turns. Mono red on the play. We both took mulls. Mishra's Foundry. Swifty coming in. Do something. They do. They play with fire, the face. Bang. So we're going to go to 15 this turn. Scry to the bottom. Cool. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Not so bad. Let's virtue the Swifty away. And go back up to 17. Not bad. But, you know, that's just the initial... Yeah, I thought squee might happen. Here we go. Bang, bang. We go to 14. Haunted Ridge is the draw. Definitely take that. I will... Yeah, they've got their Foundry tapped. Sacrifice squee. Next turn we get Shelly, and they have to play through that. So... Cool. We'll go to 11 at the least. Could be worse. We'll see. They're making the choice. Yeah, it's almost always right, I think, to swing with Foundry here. We do go to 11. It really means we go to 10 if we don't draw. Well, no. We don't have to. Alright, Shelly comes down. You could argue I should wait to line up Burn Down the House, but I don't think so. See if they have, what is it, Witchstalker's Frenzy? It's entirely possible they do. They still have so many cards in their hand. If they do, that'll actually be really sick. Yeah, they activate Foundry. They don't have Frenzy. And if you have Shock, what kills me here? It's Frenzy, right? But they can't play it. Oh, their hand flashed. I'm blocking the 1/1, sure. You could argue I could block the Foundry here. Because if I burn down the house, you know, I won't pick up the Foundry with that. Alright, they just use it on Kumano. Alright. They got into my head a little bit. We go up to 10 off the draw. There's a Hidetsugu. That's pretty good right now. Burn down the house is actually kind of nice right now, too. But I'm going to Hidetsugu. Get rid of their squee if they don't cast it this turn. And no attacks. For now. Like, I think I can sit like this for just a second. So long as they can't do anything about the Shelly. They're going to come in with Foundry. They back off. They give themselves an ice, and I'm gonna give them a tip my glass to them, we'll say. Let's Raucous Theater this turn. It's a breach, sure. We can play that if the game goes to next turn. I guess we're done sitting on Burn Down the House. Let's play it. And let's come in with Shelly and a token. As soon as we tap Shelly, they decide they're out. Alright, well, cool. We're 2-0 so far with this. And this time you could actually see the stack when I played the game. That's good. 2 Hidetsugu, so we better be playing against the right deck. Treasure Map is an early play, I guess. We'll see if it's good enough. I'm going to keep this hand, even though I don't love it. But we get a little Surveil early with Raucous Theater. Opponent starts on Mountain, but then does nothing. That's good. It's Hallie on top? Do I dare? Do I dare? Yeah, I do actually want this on top. I don't want it in my yard because I don't want to exile it. Cliffs this turn into map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. So Boros colors over there so far, but still no action. Here comes War Leader's Call. Not usually the first play of the game. Okay, we draw another 7-drop. Let's reach the multiverse. You know, normally this deck would have all kinds of things to do with Hidetsugu at this point, but not yet. Not yet. Really strange. Strange behavior. Maybe they're doing something weird. I hope you are. Okay, so they name Human with Cavern of Souls. I'm intrigued. War Leader's Call 2. Yikes. We're going to have to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. No dawdling. Here comes Yoshin Frontliner. We'll go to 18 off that. We cannot go for the Throated. That is really poopy. Super poopy. That's my turn. Alright, let's activate the map. See what's on top. Shelly. I can play her. Sure. Sounds good. Takanuma comes down. Sheldred the Apocalypse. Let's set a stop on our upkeep. Although nearly any card is good next upkeep. Literally any draw in the deck is probably pretty live. Except for another 7-drop. We don't want that. Sanguine Evangelist. That's going to do a lot of damage. Oh no. Oh no. We need burn down the house. Soon, probably. But maybe we can do a little something off of Sheldred here. God, we're taking damage. There's a bunny corn. That's not good. So, let's activate treasure map. Resolve. Go for the throat on top. I will not feel good putting that back. But I'm gonna. Oh, we are dead. Let's draw for the turn. It's a big score. That is interesting. This is a weird play because they can just get back their frontliner next turn. I don't love that. No tax. Frontliner comes back, gives the Evangelist +1/+1. We have to block Bunny Corn. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Even if we draw Burn Down the House, we don't have the lands, so I think they may have gotten the better of us this time. We have to take this trade with the Bunny Corn. So there goes Shelly. We're not going to get to these big cards. But we may be able to last more turns than I think. Oh god, a Knight Errant. That's not good. Really ungood. We go to 10. They draw 2. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead because they got 1-drops. Yeah. Go to 7 off the Epicure. Just playing Boros Burn against us. And then Unearth happens. Alright, so Hidetsugu. We get another 7-drop. Wow. Alright, Arena. That's neat. That's neat. So, I will have more mana if I set this off. We'll have 6? Crap. It's not quite enough. 6 is not quite enough. Well, let's just do this on our turn. We're going to lose our first one. Let's drop an Atali. It's safe to do that now. Wish we still had our Shelly. Man, double War Leader's Call. Hey, buddy, you over there? Okay. I don't know why you would rogue. Alright, let's play Freebooter. We go to 6. We're dead. There's just nothing we can do to not be dead. So let's let them figure it out. I'm sure they have it all figured out already. It's like block Evangelist. We're gonna go to 4 here. Yeah, resolve all. It's fine. We have 1 card left. They draw. They just want like any creature in their deck. I guess that they can pay red mana for. You can do it. You can do it. Any greed. Oh, demolition. Good game. Good game. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the throat to Knight Errant. And we'll get out of here. All right. So we lost our first one. That was a really wonky game. That's a very weird one at the beginning. But what do we do about double War Leader's Call? It's exactly what I was saying about the Mardu version of the deck. That's why we got to play stuff that blows up enchantments. Plus Sunfall. Sunfall would have been very, very helpful in that game. We go first. We also have 2 7s in our hand, but whatever. Start on Blackcleave Cliffs, get treasure map turn 2. Have to draw another land. We have to draw several other lands. Basically have 2 dead cards in our hand. Opponent appears to be taking moles. So that's fun. They have really cool sleeves. These like Care Bear sleeves? I don't know, man. I'm trying to cover for you over there, opponent, but you got to decide. There we go. They put a card back finally. 6 cards to start the game for opponent. Warden of the Inner Skies. Not a great sign, but we did get another land. Treasure map. We'll be able to take that out with the Hidetsugu. So hopefully they kind of go off this turn and get everything except for, you know, Convoke guy. 4/4 Convoke guy. But they can't. They won't be able to do that. Please, Gleeful Demolition. Please, Gleeful Demolition right now. Okay, they don't yet. They just tap everything down to make Warden bigger, so they won't get an attack step. They scry to the top. Okay. So I guess this is the game where we go ahead and go for... You know, I could wait another turn and see what else they play. I think it's a bad idea, though. I think they get Convoke guy if we let them do that. Sorry, I wanted to turn Arena down just slightly. I don't know if it's loud or not. You had people saying Celestis. I really don't want him to get 4/4 Convoke guy. Sanguine Evangelist, that's fine. We're still at 20. We get land, exile the graveyards. Now we can Celestis and Gopher in the same turn. I like that. And if we don't feel like going for the throw, we can always just activate map. 4th mana. They Knight Errant. We got to go for that. We don't necessarily have to do it this turn. I'm going to, though, aren't I? Well, if I activate treasure map now. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so, yeah. I'm not actually that worried about Knight Errant. We're going to activate treasure map now. There's our land for the turn on top. Haunted Ridge. Now, we can go for it this turn. I think I'm better with that. Because now we have Hidetsugu out and block this guy. Just altogether better. Because next turn, yeah. What if I tap Celestis? Then we can't treasure map and Gopher. Which sucks. Plus, I don't really want to discard anything to Celestis anyway, so... Let's just end the turn. I guess I'll have to. We'll discard the Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, they play land. They got 2 cards in their hand. One's an Inspector. They're coming in with everything. Battle Cry. We'll kill the Knight Errant. Hopefully. Yeah, we do. Alright. Do we trade? No, we don't have to. That's right. Okay. Cool. Well, this turned out nicely. We can just block the Evangelist. They'll get a bat, but whatever. Ooh, the Iganjo, the Vessel. That's fine. Don't care that much about it. Pass. We take 2. Go to 19. They play Novice. Oh my goodness. We'll just tap. Let's just tap the map for now. Ooh, a Virtue. Sure. I guess I'm fine drawing that next turn. Alright, so we tap the map. Takenuma on top. I guess we have to do this because we're going to either Tally or Breach this turn. I'd say Breach is probably the better play. Alright. I think we just take the 4/4. We take the reinforcements too, but whatever. Oh wow, we really didn't hit much off this Breach. Crap. You have any cards in your hand? No, they don't. Huh. Freebooter, sure. You'd really make an argument for Bat there, but I like Scries. I like eventual Scries. I'm going to read the Freebooter. Alright, 1 card in their hand. That was a really bad Breach. They draw for the clue there. 3 mana left. 2 cards in hand. You do a lot with that. They get another Knight Errant. Kind of sucks. Not going to lie. Maybe I should have gotten the bat just to block their bats. Have a battle royale. Oh, they drew an Imidane's Recruiter. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's block the Inspector, block the Evangelist. We'll lose our Freebooter. We'll kill the stuff we blocked. We go to 12. Scries of lands. Get that out of there. And get our treasure token. We get a big score. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh. We can actually cast big score this turn and still a tally. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute. But I'm just going to tally. Now's the time to tally. Really not great. They don't care there. They just don't want to play against the tallies. But Arena really did give us the absolute worst breach in a tally pulse I've ever seen. Voldaren, Epicure, and a treasure map. Thanks, but I guess just the fact that we got a 7-7, they're gonna get out of here. All right, so like 3 and 2 on the night. Back to opponent goes first. It can't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. It's gonna be Boros again. Yep, here comes Warden. Good morning, Warden. Let's see. We got a black source that doesn't ping us. That's great. Screedy freebooter off that. Again, I don't think they can 4/4 guy this turn because they didn't get an artifact on turn 1. They gateway away our freebooter. Cool. Sick. What's on top? A land? I don't think I need any more of those. I got 5 of them. Bang. We go to 19. They mean business. We draw 7 drop. All right. Let's Deep Cavern Bat. Yikes. Well, you don't have any artifacts. You don't have any. Still gonna take the demo. Still gonna take that. Recruiter. Hardly know her. We're taking 5, son. Bang, bang. We go to 14. We draw a land. Wow. Okay. Lots of land over there. Lots of land. Not blocking, so we'll attack. We'll go to 15. They'll recruiter again. And then they'll solve their thing. That's gonna suck. Oh my god, they get an Epicure this turn. That's a great draw. Really, really good draw. We should draw Burn Down the House. It would also be somewhat fine to draw Hidetsugu Consumes All, but it wouldn't clean up their Imadane's recruiters, and I'd like to do that. Man, just this guy this turn? That's all we have to worry about? Okay. We go to 12. Do we die next turn? Probably. Why didn't you play that guy? Huh. I guess you want to be able to do all the stuff next turn. That is not Burn Down the House. Big score. Oh, Dev, you should probably hold on to the Sekenzen here. They will absorb some damage. That's what we need the most. 4, 5, 6 next turn, so we won't even be able to breach next turn. Do I need to block with you? No. No fear. No fear, man. They drew an Epicure for the 2nd turn in a row, Jack. That's crazy, dude. That's nutso butso. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so they tap guys. Okay. So let's Sekenzen. So we block the recruiter. Take 4 and go to 8. 3 guys attack, so in case of gateway goes off, and like we're gonna have a very hard time surviving next turn. All right, we have 5 mana next turn, no matter what. And the card we're trying to get to at this point is Burn Down the House. So I'm going to take this Scribe. We also could... Kumano Hidetsugu. Hidetsugu could also do it next turn. Because it takes out all their 1-drops. It's an attack! It's another 7-drop! Deck! Deck, what are you doing to me? Oh my god, get rid of one of these. That's the breach. Now we draw a real card, a Sheldred. A Hidetsugu's on top, sure. And then we'll Sheldred. We had to tap the treasure map to do this and turn it into treasure code, by the way. Which I'm now realizing I just could have done. I could have just done that. Like forever ago. Like at the beginning of the turn I could have done it. But I actually think this might have been the better way to do things. Here comes the recruiter. They're just going to tap boys. They're just going to tap boys. Oh, they're going to fly in, though. We don't die. Sorry for the extended thing. We don't die to that. No fear. No fear. Die. I should have used the treasure. Don't be like me. Alright. We're going to have haste next turn. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god. If you needed a way to prove that Hidetsugu beats this deck, it took the longest think of my life. Now, if we'd have blocked there, they would have a Gleeful Demolition in their hand, right? And they'd have the Simidane's Recruiter. Now, their blood tokens would also be gone, so they wouldn't have anything to you know, they wouldn't have anything to sacrifice the Gleeful Demolition. But if they draw an Epicure, or if they draw a Novice, you know, Inspector, then it's game over, you know? There's nothing we can do. So, like, I had to take that damage and not lose my Deep Cavern Bat, so I could keep this Gleeful Demolition down here. And hopefully all they have next turn is, like, Simidane's Recruiter or maybe one other creature. That was the reason I made that decision. And it was the right decision to make. We knew we had Hidetsugu on top. We're going to blow away all their guys. And they just decided they didn't want any more after that. So good game, good example. Good example of exactly why that card is good right now. Especially considering we played against Boros, I don't know, 4 times tonight. So, whoo, oh my god. Oh my good lord. Let's get at least like one more in. We go first. That's good. That's good. Almost forgot what that was like. Yeah, just take the damage. It's Greedy Freebooter with the Sulphurous Springs. I was thinking about using Mirex to get the Freebooter, but we have 2 things with double costs, you know, with double black, double red, and you know, probably gonna want to play those. No attacks. They played Veteran, Lunarch Veteran on turn 1, so that's refreshing. It is black-white, Deep Cavern Bat. Wonder what the take is here. We have 3 very powerful cards in our hand. Yep, they take our next turn's play. That's the thing to do. Get a Gix's Command. Drawing expensive cards today. No attacks. As soon as we get to 5 mana, we'll be doing a lot better. Opponent's on 3. Here comes Amalia. It's the game they want to play. A Gix on top. Man, they're getting their best stuff. Better hope we get ours. Hidetsugu. Doesn't do enough. Tap you for red. And that's sushi. Yeah. Yeah, we get to 5 mana. And suddenly, Gix's Command is amazing. It's also cut the Deep Cavern Bat off from attacking, I guess. I mostly want to get to this Gix's Command. Just wreck them. Now, if they play Gix's turn, they'll get to keep it out. If we play Gix's Command. They might also get Shieldred this turn, and like that would suck a little, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Alright, opponent. Deep Cavern Bat. They're going to take the Gixes. Oh, dude. That hurts. That hurts so bad. Jeez. 2 bats. 2 bats. If they know what's good for them, they take the Gixes. They may be busy reading it right now. Or the Hidetsugu. But, you know, they already took one. Yeah, they take the good card to take. That's what you want to do, is take the good card to take. Life of Toshiro comes down. Just don't see that every day. Even in these lists, you don't see that every day. Breach on top. 7 mana card. Really likes to give us those. We would have gotten a Gix, too. That's so lame. We would have gotten a Gix. Well, you're coming in with Amalia. Maybe I wanted the Breach, right? Shoot. Alright, I'm going to take a chance on this. And if we don't get it, if we don't get a good card in these top 2, then I think I might move on to another game. Burn down the house, baby. That is what we wanted. Let's do it. No reason not to do anything but this. Oh, we took a chance and we did it. We got our cards back. We're looking pretty. All right. Man, I'm pretty. Johnny Bravo, 1997. All right, so. Game's a little different now. Here comes Gix. You think this looks easy here, but it's not as easy as it looks. You do that, and I'll do this. I want to get 2 creatures back, and you sacrifice your Gix, because that kind of value right now looks unfreaking beatable to me. They do have another Gix. Let's see if they just time walk themselves. Of course, if they do play Gix, they get to play whatever it's called, Disturbed Phantom, Luminous Phantom, this turn out of their yard. But apparently they have a better play even than that. Yeah, they extract something out of their yard. A Deep Cavern Bat? To get what? You really like Deep Cavern Bat if that's the card you pick. Maybe they get Amalia. They don't even get Amalia. They get Deep Cavern Bat. That's hilarious. Alright, dog. You're going to take the Atsushi. That's a good pick. Now they play Phantom. See, now they're lining up Gix. They're lining up a next turn Gix. And they're doing so well. You have to pay for those cards, buddy. Alright, so they get 2 cards off the Gix this turn, but they're going to lose some life if they want to draw some cards. Here comes Lunark Vet. Here comes Gix. Big Daddy G. Just the Phantom. They'll draw 1 card. Go to 22 to do so. And it was a land. Alright. We get a Gopher. That's really good, man. That's so good. So with this, we can just go for the Gix away when the time comes. But for now, I'm going to hit Hidetsugu. I'm going to take out our freebooter. Don't really care. Land on top. Sure. It's a Takenuma. It's a Takenuma. Oh yeah, they can't attack with a Deep Cavern Bat. No attacks in turn. Let's play it patiently. They don't know we have a Go for the Throat. Ellis! My lady friend! Luminous Phantom. That's all their cards, period. They're going to start gaining a little bit of life. That way they won't feel so bad about losing life. But it's our turn. Alright, well. We're going to lose 1 life off this, because they have an Ellis in play. Let's go for the Throat that Gix. We were going to do it anyway. We draw and go to 19. Exile all the yards. And now we can breach. Not as good as it would have been before we exiled the yards, but still pretty good. Let's see what we get. We just put good stuff in their yard. Ooh, a Shrouded Shepherd. Oh, we can't play the can't play that half of it though. We can get an Extraction Specialist, and that Extraction Specialist, yeah, can get back a Deep Cavern Bat from our yard, and we'll get a tally. Cool. Even though we don't really need this Deep Cavern Bat, they don't have any cards in their hand. But they will be able to Rite of Oblivion something next turn. They don't care. They don't care if they get to Rite of Oblivion something. They just they don't want us to do all the cool stuff. I honestly think that game could have kept going a little bit, but not too much, right? Not too much. All right, Hidetsugu doing some work tonight. It actually seriously did some stuff.